cool. For some years, I've taught a training and it's been called Upping Your Vibe. And Upping Your Vibe was basically how can you more easily facilitate the manifestation of what you want. Because let's face it, that's what you're going to get. And I don't know whether you've seen or read there was a movie I think made of The Secret, but it was also a book. But The Secret went so far, and so many people said, you mean all I have to think about is a boat or a beautiful house or a new car, and then I can create that. So why is it that this is not happening in my life? So The Secret was great. It made people think and take responsibility for their thoughts and think about a new way of creating what you want. And the first thing maybe is to accept that what you see out there and what you're going to get in life are basically your thoughts. So, and you are going to get in life what you focus on. So that is what we are going to do here. So upping your vibe, yes, absolutely. People came to see me and they took trainings and they upped their vibe and they learned all kinds of cool things. But this is the difference between my Upping Your Vibe training and the Bring It training. The Bring It training says we are going to start with the end result. And the end result is what you want. And we can do that using a very simple technique that is called cycling. And this is something that I learned from reading Bill Bengston's, the book is called The Energy Cure. And I have done vision boards, I've done those things that, yes, I read about in The Secret. But this is a different kind of a technique because it's done in trance. And The Secret, as I said, only went so far. People said, why can I not get what I want? Why am I not achieving this? So this then is a technique that you can use and that I want you to learn before you come to the training, because it totally rewires you. The idea is simply this. You need to come up with images of what you want in life. And it has to be totally selfish. Hey, the universe does not judge. But it does take notice of intention. In fact, in my belief, it's pretty much ruled by intention. Now, intention then is a force. When you set an intention, when you release that idea, when you release that thought of something that you want, and you really release it with energy, then you're going to get it. But just say, what about those other thoughts? What about those times when I'm anxious? So this technique that I'm giving you, you're going to use whenever you have a thought that is not supportive of this. In other words, you're going to train your unconscious mind that you're going to cycle these images because they are going to come about. They really are. I mean, you may say to yourself, like I have, what I really want in my life, yes, love. I want friends all over the world. Most importantly, of course, health. Absolutely, health. Love, friendship, right? Yes, and I want everything that abundance gives. And I have that. But yes, it's okay to want more, isn't it? Because there's no limits here. You can have what you want when you imagine it and when you also use this technique. So that's the difference then in the Bring It training. And for my clients who are also receiving this, what I'm teaching you is a technique to train your unconscious mind. It's going to train it. So you're going to use this technique when you do things during the day, when you brush your teeth, after you eat lunch, when you floss, when you climb the stairs, when you run, when you do all of those things. But oh yes, do it when you're moving. For some reason, movement helps creativity. It's not just a question of sitting down and doing this. It's not doing this at your desk. You can do this all the time. In fact, I do it when I'm giving therapy. Because for me to go into a trance in therapy and yes, release my own dreams while I'm working energetically with a client, that is a form of detachment that I need to be energetically available. In other words, I'm in a trance because that opens up my awareness. So, this technique, we start with 5 things. You ask yourself in life, what is it that I want, right? Now, and you may come up with a feeling. And supposing you don't have any pictures, you may say to you, well, I don't do pictures. People say, I don't do pictures, Joanna. Well, okay, if you can come up with the feeling and you can say, okay, if I'm having that feeling, then what am I doing? Then we're even closer. Because, oh yes, when you put that out there with feeling, the universe loves that. It's going to manifest that. So, what is it that I want? Well, it may sound strange, but I want a vegetable garden. So, I live in the trees. And yes, I have a few tomatoes, and I plant a little at my daughter's house. But I would, at some time, I'd like a vegetable garden and maybe a little cottage in Hampshire. Yes, that's right. It was brought up in England, and a little cottage in Hampshire, rural Hampshire, which I absolutely love, not too far from Winchester. Sounds really good, and not too far from our wonderful chalk streams that we have in Hampshire. Yes, so there I have 2 pictures. And of course I take masses of pictures. I love to take pictures. So, a picture of a vegetable garden, I have a picture of a chalk stream, right? The River Itchen, chalk stream, little cottage. Yes, absolutely love the river and a little cottage. I also, down the road, probably will need a new car. So let's put the new car in there. And I want one of those virtual reality machines. I think they're really cool. So that's about 5 things. You notice I've put them together because they're material things. But then I can go on and say, well, some of these things that I want maybe are rather private. But I can certainly make a picture of it. Now notice, I'm not asking for any health things because I'm in good health. I don't want the universe to produce something that I already have, right? I already have friends around the world. I already have so much of this. But I'm telling you what it's taken and what I understand about how that happens. I came to the States with $150 in my pocket when I was 23, and here I am. So all of these things can happen, but now we know really how to do this. We know much more. So first of all, get out a pen and paper. You may want to go to magazines, cut them out, put the pictures on the wall. But for me, I come up with the pictures and then I simply do it with breathing. So I go, breathe in, number 1. Okay, the new Lexus. Breathe in the new Lexus. Feel it. Get inside. Feel that smell, that new car smell. Oh yes, and now I'm fiddling with the windows. I think it's going to be red. It's going to be a red Lexus. That's right, going to be a red Lexus. I've got the picture. I really feel it. I see myself sitting in the car, right? Number 2, come up with the next image. And you can do this while going down into a trance. So it would be 5, 4, 3, new image, 2, 1, be 5 images. And once you're really cycling those, and by cycling I mean spinning them, right? Spinning those. You spin those images. So whatever you're doing, you may be cooking, you start thinking about those images and spinning them and spinning them and spinning them faster and 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 faster, and it feels really good. Down, right through your heart. Oh yes, that feels good. Now I have a client right now who has scheduled a knee operation. So if I'm talking to you, I want you to imagine, dear client, you imagine perfect health. In other words, what are you doing when your knee is healed, right? What are you doing? What is it you want to do with the end result? Remember, we're focused here on the end result, right? So the client says, well, I really would like to be walking more. Okay, where are you walking? Give me that picture. Make that picture and make it really attractive and spin it. And then, as I said, whenever you have a thought, an untoward thought, right, you say, no, I'm going to think about what I want. I am not going to accept anxiety in my life. That's a decision to say, no, I don't want that. I'm going to do something else. But you know what? It feels so good to think about what you want, and it makes you so happy that I think you'll find this extremely easy, and it'll take over your thinking. And very soon you'll find you don't have those thoughts that you don't want. You're actually so focused because you are going to get in life what you focus on. And this is just a way of teaching you how to focus. So, thank you for signing up for my training. Thank you for being my client. And start cycling. It works. Thank you.